Hello, I'm Luxarkana, and today I built an Oriental spa. I really wanted to use the Oasis Courtyard kit again. I wanted to do a lot of builds with it because I had so many ideas for them. But then I started to build on the Japanese-ish save file again, and it was all like, now I'm building Japanese again, but I also want to do Oriental and internal conflict. But now that we had the spa day refresh, I just had to make an Oriental spa. I had found a ton of good like interior pictures for that. I don't know why, but apparently there's a spa called the Oriental Spa in real life, and I found so many pictures of them. Like apparently they're like a big chain somewhere, and like I never heard of them before because Germany, we apparently don't have them. But apparently they're a pretty big thing and they have pretty cool interior stuff. And I tried to base a lot of the interior and thus some of the exterior on pictures that I saw there. And like, I'm pretty happy how it turned out. I think, especially interior wise, it is great for screenshots. And yeah, I'm really happy with the spa. I struggled a lot with the outside though, not gonna lie, especially since when I started building this, the update for Tour wasn't out yet, and also the update for Better Build Buy. And so building this without basically anything like vanilla, and I think I didn't even put move objects on because I was so annoyed having to enter a cheat code again that I just didn't do it. Well, anyways, it was a process at the beginning, so the beginning is a little bit more slowly, and you can see me kind of trying a lot of different things at the beginning. I really wanted to have like a rounded section that you saw me struggle with earlier, and I thought like, I'm just going to put glass around it and it will look cool, like a big glass tower, something like that. But when in reality I tried it out, it wasn't looking great. The lighting was really weird. And since I put such a big focus on like the interior of this place, I didn't want to include like something that's like, on the interior pretty bad. It kind of looked okay from the exterior, but I honestly prefer what I did in the end, which was a wooden tower, because I found some more reference pictures where they used, instead of like stone walls and stuff like that, they used a lot of wooden accents, and I really liked that. And I wanted to like give this house the look of, it once was residential, but then like it got added a little bit more, and I also tried to model it a little bit after the house that you can see across the street, which was the first house that I built with the Oasis Courtyard kit. Which, by the way, it might be my favorite kit. I'm not 100% sure right now because I also really like Bust the Dust because, gameplay. But but like build mode wise, I think the Courtyard Oasis kit might be my favorite. Though I'm not a fan of the fact that they like try to put a whole culture into one building style and thus into one kit. I think that's a really bad practice. I think that cultures deserve more attention than, a kit. And that's why I'm a little bit split on whether or not this is my favorite kit. But other than that, I really love it. And I really like how, the whole spa turned out in the end. And, happiness all around. I also playtested it, and while playtesting, my sim somehow got minus 18,000 simoleons. I don't know how. I tested it vanilla without CC or anything. Even without mods, even without MC Command Center. I didn't even got a last exception or anything. And like, it's a little confusing to me how that happened. So be warned. Here you can already see me starting to build my favorite part of the build, which is definitely the like basically courtyard, where you have this big pool with later I will put the flowers around it. You probably already saw it in the thumbnail because I'm definitely going to make that the thumbnail because I think it's the best part of this build. It just looks so cool and relaxing and beautiful. And like in the back of the picture, as you might have seen, there will be like this chillaxing lounge and everything. And I would totally love to like go to a place that has such a cute like actual courtyard. I just really love it, like seriously. But yeah, in the end, you will see me that I decided to not include a rounded tower, but instead, an octagonal, because it didn't work, the rounded thing. And yeah, I decided that that's better for business. But yeah, upstairs I also wanted to have like tiny balconies where I could put a lot of plants, which I thought would help a lot, making it a little bit more dreamy and stuff like that. And when I saw the jungle adventure stuff that basically fit perfectly into my vision for having plants there, I was like, okay, screw it. This is no longer a pack limited build. Like, I want these plants. So thank the jungle adventure plans for this being a pack unlimited build. Kind of sorry about that one, but seriously, I just wanted to make it as good as I can because I really fell in love with this build. And I kind of really want to include it in a bunch of my save files just because I think it's a pretty cool concept, like having an Oriental spa. And again, I am so in love with that courtyard, especially later when I put all the flowers and stuff like that. Like, I think it really just turned out perfectly. Like, imagine all the pretty screenshots you can get here. Like, oh, my heart. So yeah, I think I had quite a few cool interior designs for this build for once. Usually I'm more focused on the outside. This time I was actually totally inside focused, which news to me, but yeah, here we go. Also, if you're wondering about the roof color, I will later change it to blue too, because for some reason this color doesn't look as good as it looks now later. When I start to paint the whole thing, it just clashes with the wood that I will pick, and thus I later decide to just make it blue because it worked better. And yeah, sorry about that. If you like the roof color, you can just change the swatch again. It's like, I don't know, 3 or 4 roofs that you have to change. It's nothing. Yeah. For the tower that I was then building, I decided to still give it the glass roof because I thought like having an upstairs where you get massaged and you like have all the sunbeams getting down on you and stuff like that, I thought that would be really, really nice, you know, and really relaxing. And I guess that if you would like get your nails done up there, you would rather have like daylight to actually, you know, look at your nails and be like, yeah, I can see myself wearing that every day and stuff like that. So I would personally rather prefer that. But yeah, now you can see me starting to build the wood structure instead of the stone structure, which actually made my PC crash the first time I tried to do this. Or to be more specific, the program that usually controls some of the lights around my PC crashed, thus crashed my entire PC, crashed my recording, and crashed my game. I lost only 12 minutes of footage though, so I'm not that mad. It was just like, guess I'll do it again. It's not like I already did everything the exact way I wanted it and just had decided that this is perfect and I don't want to change it anymore, but oh, well, guess I just do it again. So yeah, for the courtyard on the inside, I decided to actually use these get-together flowers because I first thought that maybe doing something more Oriental themed or something like that would be cool. But then I saw how great these flowers looked there, and I was like, okay, I have to keep it. It looks awesome. I have to keep it. It fits the vibe somehow, and it's just cool. To be fair though, European and Oriental style kinda had a little bit of overlapping in history, and thus I can kind of understand how that happened, you know. Yeah, there was this whole thing about, you know, culture and war and spreading culture and having wars. Dark issues. But another thing that I noticed was that these lamps that come with Don't Let Me Lie are city living. They float on the water, and I totally forgot about that feature until just now. And when I started to place them on there, I was like, okay, this is dreamy. This is perfect. Then I placed all the flowers, and that was the point where I totally fell in love with it. Also, I'm really happy about like the mosaic kind of thing that I did at the bottom, because I really think that like it fits perfectly into the vibe, and it's just so cute and pretty, and I totally fell in love with that courtyard. But since I also put a lot of flowers and stuff like that inside the courtyard, and I read that sometimes you can get routing issues with them, I also decided to do a pool on the inside, so your Sims will definitely not have any routing issues there if you're afraid of getting your Sims stuck, which apparently can happen. I haven't had it happen to me while testing, but just in case. Also, I really found some really cool reference pictures with like exactly that wall pattern in like a swimming pool area, and I thought it was so cool with the columns and everything that I just had to recreate it. And they had like these giant lamps at the top, and I tried to do that by sizing up that lamp. And I think especially when I was going like in tab mode, going in there and looking at it, it looked amazing, and it actually looked like a realistic layout for a spa. Like I can totally see a spa have that. I don't know if you guys have been to many like spa-ish kind of areas, but in the area where I live, we have a lot of what's it called? It's not a spa per se. It's like thermal baths, I think they're called, like where you have a hot spring and you then basically build a swimming pool around it. No, it's complicated, but it's cool, and I feel like it's a lot like a spa, although it's not called a spa. But that's like mainly my inspiration when I build spas, thinking of that, because usually they also have like a normal regular spa attached where you can, actually get massages and all that stuff. And like you always have saunas attached to them, which is really cool. Like especially the saunas. There's like, I remember this one sauna where we were that had like a birch, what's it called? A birch flavored heating session, I think it's called, where they actually brought in like these big birch things, twigs. That's what it's called. Big birch twigs, and they put them into I think flavored water, and then they like sprayed it onto the hot stones, and after that they put them into the colder water again, and then they like used them like a fan to get the hot air around to everyone who was in the sauna, which was really, really cool. It was incredibly hot. It was one of the hottest saunas I've ever been to, but it was also one of the nicest and most beautiful ones. It was really cool, like just having this giant twig swung at you, and like you get like water in your face and all the hot air flowing at you. It was really, really cool. But like if I would do it again, I would probably do a few other saunas before it to not ruin my health. But yeah, that was one of the inspirations for this build when I started to do the saunas later. And for the like interior that you've seen so far, like the entryway, I originally wanted to do something completely different, but it didn't work out space-wise, and I didn't want to change it on the outside because I was kind of happy with the outside at this point, and I just didn't want to change it in a way and like the interior to just, cram that interior in there. And in the end, I found a better way to implement what I wanted to do there in the basically room across the courtyard, like in the back. And I'm pretty happy how that turned out. In fact, you're starting to see me build that right now. Like there was in one of the reference pictures, this one pathway that came from the outside to the inside, and like there was this big, big door that looked exactly like the cats and dogs big door. So I just had to include that one. And then there were like seating areas everywhere, and it was really, really cozy and pretty and all wooden. And I just really, really wanted to put that there. Like you cannot imagine how happy I was when I saw that it actually worked, and like it kind of matched the vibe and everything. It was so cool. And if you're a Sims 4 Pro, you probably noticed already that by now I have Better Build Buy back installed, and I have Tool back installed, and I'm now shifting around some of the things that I wanted to do earlier but couldn't. And at this point in the save file, I put out of my folder everything else but Tool, Better Build Buy, and MC Command Center, I think. I think I put out the buy custom content that I have too, but don't question me on that one because I don't remember. I just remember that for this save file, I always put out all my cars stuff because I don't want to have randomly generated sims that don't have hair or clothes suddenly, because this one I built in my save file where I usually don't use custom content and mods at all. And I literally just used tool and better build by for this build, and I just used it because I was really getting fed up with the game, and I just, got out the hammer for that one. And another thing that I really, really wanted to do was just put these beautiful spa waterfalls into the giant archways because they fit perfectly. The game wouldn't let me do that without move objects, and I was not going to enter that stupid cheat, so I got better build by back in. Seriously, I hate entering cheats in The Sims 4. It's inconvenient, and I hate having to type out these long things because 90% of the time I'm totally having typos, and I just hate it, and I prefer not to. So yeah, basically see the area complete that I was talking about earlier that I wanted to do in the entryway but didn't. And now you see me struggle a little bit with the layout of the saunas because I really wanted to fit more than one sauna in this place. In the end, I managed to fit 2. And I think it turned out pretty cool because now there's kind of this hallway that leads to another relaxation area, which was kind of similar to what I saw in other saunas / spas / thermal heating baths. And I thought it was pretty cool. I also included shelving there because usually when you go to a sauna or spa or anything, there are shelves for your glasses so you can put them away and because you cannot you can't keep your glasses on when you go into the sauna, and after being in the sauna, you don't want to walk around without your glasses because a lot of people get nausea without them, or can't even see properly without them, so they need a place to put them while they're in the sauna. There are many reasons why you shouldn't take your glasses into the sauna too. Not only will they get they get foggy, they also depending on which material they have, they get really, really hot, and you don't want that. You just don't. So yeah, that's why I put the shelves there, and I have to say I'm really happy that they included new colors for the bathrobes, because I was really sad that there was just one blue swatch. I just love blue. And yeah, now you can see me work on the upstairs, which is more like a relaxation spa area where you can get massages and you can get your nails done and stuff like that. And I figured when you get your nails done, often after that, you have to stay put, don't go places a lot, and better don't touch anything so they can get dry and stuff like that. So I also made a little chill out area up there where you can wait after your nails have been done, and maybe you decide to read something or just drink a cup of tea and just chillax there. And that was kind of my idea for that. I kind of wanted to separate it a little bit more from the actual places where you get massages and stuff like that, but I didn't want to put walls because it felt too much enclosed and too claustrophobic. So in the end I decided to just put a lot of curtains there, which I think turned out pretty cool. They are island living curtains that I decided to use, and I think it turned out pretty amazing. Imagine just having these curtains separating you from the others, and it's not like you're being held into this little cell or something like that. You're just still having all the space around you, and there's these glass windows everywhere, and the glass roof and everything. I imagine it to be really, really cozy and nice, and not a claustrophobic stupid experience or something like that. Or at least I hope that's what the Sims themselves would think if they would get here. It did took me a while to get those curtains adjusted because they kept just jumping everywhere when I tried to just let me get them a millimeter closer, and it was okay, see ya, bye, I'm on the other side with Lot. And in the end I decided to just use this one object from Seasons because the curtains didn't quite end perfectly on the grid, so I had to use an object that doesn't require the grid, and it was basically just, that season's object. And now I'm placing the plants from Jungle Adventure that I was talking about earlier that made me realize, okay, I need to make this build pack unlimited, which in the beginning I was kind of already debating because, I wanted to use that cats and dogs store. I really wanted to use, the flowers from Get Together and stuff like that. So I'd already used quite a few packs. Not already all, but, a good amount. But then when I put these plants, I knew, screw pack limitations. I wanted to be perfect. I'm falling in love with this. And yeah, I'm really happy about it, that I did it, because I was able to put a lot of cool stuff in there, like including vending machines and stuff, which I probably would have put anyways because I was already using Snowy Escape, but still, I'm really happy about the vending machines. I think it's a realistic thing to have. Yeah. In the front, I decided to put a little fountain and some greenery because I thought at this point that especially the inside of this build was a lot better and a lot more impressive than the outside. Like, the outside kind of sucked at that point, and I was like, okay, I kind of have to do something about that. Like, you, the viewer, will think that this is an awful build because, the outside sucks. But in reality, the outside is totally fine, and like the inside is just so more impressive. Like, one thing that I really thought was outstanding and amazing was the onsen that I put at the second story and just put, on a really high platform so it wouldn't interfere with the walls and everything. And it works. It's functional. It works. Like, I want to emphasize this with swear words. I'm so happy that it works, and I'm kind of flabbergasted that it still does work, and like everything downstairs still does work, and it's just so incredibly cool. Because if you didn't know, there are a lot of issues with that onsen object when you put it somewhere, especially when you have stilts. Boy, I can sing you a song about that one. I had such a discussion with that thing already. And it's not even that old. It's not even a year old that I still had that many discussions with that stupid onsen object. But seriously though, I love the onsens that they have in the game. I think they're really, really cute. They're amazing. I just wish we had more. Which I can probably say for literally anything in The Sims 4. But especially for this onsen area, I'm really proud that it worked. I'm so happy that it does work. It turned out so cool. And like, I couldn't have put a pool up there, but I still really wanted to have like a big water feature because, I also put these waterfalls into the archways to make them seem like more of a window type thing. And I just think it turned out so incredibly cool that it all worked and everything. Like, I could put all the decorations around it and everything, and I didn't have to ruin the downstairs with a pool, I'm so happy that it just worked. And that's because I put the onsen there. I also put some more massaging tablets there. And I put a bathroom. Because before you go into an onsen or any hot spring, you should shower. It's disgusting if you don't. And like, after the onsen, I thought that maybe, another hangout area because, you're getting out of the warm onsen, you want to chillax now. But then I thought, wouldn't it also be cool for a spa to have like at least some workout equipment? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I want yoga mat, I want meditation stools, and I want a little bit of workout equipment. So my thought process was, okay, I have this kind of unused garden space. I'm going to put like the meditation stuff there. And I also have the kind of unused balcony, so I'm just going to put yoga classes there. And then I was like, okay, where do I put the workout equipment now? And my thought process was like, okay, what would you do after you've worked out? You would want to go shower and then probably chillax somewhere. Either maybe on a couch or in an onsen. So guess where the workout equipment went? Yeah, it went into the chillaxing room where you would then also work out, because I thought, hey, if you have so many places to chillax here, like you could even just go out, chillax on the balcony. I think there's one place pretty okay to put, workout equipment there and be like, yeah, you can work out here, but you can also chillax and, watch other people work out and stuff like that. I think that was pretty cool. But yeah, we're now really getting to the end of the build. I'm changing the roof color to blue. I'm making a little bit adjustments here and there because I wasn't sure if the door would be functional. I'm putting some more decorative objects, and I'm also making it look a little bit more like a spa and not a residential lot, because you know, the residential lot across the street kind of looked a little bit like this one. But yeah, this is my Oriental spa. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you liked the build. I will actually put this one on the gallery, unlike the Japanese safe file ones that will not yet be put on the gallery. I'm really excited to maybe actually play in this one. I'm kind of planning on just putting it into my Legacy Let's Play save file, and I don't know, maybe Jackie will visit this lot soon and we can play in it. I'm really, really happy that, like, everything about this, how it turned out and all of it. Like, when I was playtesting it, it was so cool. Like, Sims actually came in, took their stations, and did everything. Like, everything worked. First try. I wandered around with my sim self here, and it was so cool. And like, I took, even in my screenshot for the video, you will see my sim self swimming as a mermaid in the pool, and like, I love this build so much. I had so much fun with this one. Like, seriously, my heart is in this build, kinda, especially in the interior. Like, as I said, I'm not big for interiors, but this interior, you know, this interior really, really struck home. I'm just happy. Happiness all around. I hope you're happy too. I see you in whichever video stream or whatever you will watch next. Bye.